A man was driving down the road in the middle of the night. Suddenly, a woman covered in blood appeared. She said she was being hunted by some creepy guy. She begged the man to save her. Wait till they get in the car. Mick came after me. The man sees that the situation is wrong. He drove away for his life. Soon Mick catches up. He pulled out a 40-centimeter steel knife. Keep taunting them. Two cars chasing each other down the street. In a panic, Mick's pickup truck accidentally crashes into a stake. The man was also stopped by the trees ahead. Mick gets out of the car, pulls out his gun, and takes aim at them. Good thing men are quick. He quickly bowed his head. But the woman in the rear is not so lucky. The man got scared and drove away from here. Watch the man go. Mick's not gonna let that go. The man fled until dawn. Finally came to the road. He lost his way again. Plus, the tank's already bottoming out. He was about to get out of his car and flag down a car for help, but the white car ignored him. Fortunately, there was another big truck coming up ahead. The man looked carefully. Isn't that Mick? He ran back to the car. But then the man found that the tank had reached the bottom. The little Jeep was rubbed against the railing by the big truck. Then the car suddenly blew a tire out of control and crashed into the railing. By this time, Mick had caught up. Good thing the car has airbags. The man gets out of the car and looks up and starts taunting. Then the big truck flew down from above. The man who had escaped ran away to the desert until they collapsed on the beach. Exhausted, in the twilight, he saw a family in front of him. He stumbled across. When he woke up again, he had been rescued. When Grandpa and Grandma were eating with him, Mick found his way back. The man was suddenly frightened and panicked. Grandpa told him not to be afraid. He walked out with a gun in his hand. Shoot Mick to get the hell out of here. I think I scared him away. A gun to the back of his head. The result is that Mick's got everybody dead. Mick looks at the man running away. He looked again at the pony beside him. The result was predictable. Mick came after him on his horse. All it is whip the man in front of him. Mick tied him to a chair by force. He wants to play a game with each other. Only one wrong answer out of 10 questions. You get a finger cut off. If you get all of them right, Mick's gonna let him go. Men have to play if they don't want to. Mick starts by asking the history questions. I didn't think this man had any knowledge. He got it right with ease. Mick couldn't sit still. Mick can't wait to cut each other's fingers off. On the other question, Mick started to cheat. Mick said he was wrong, even though the man had barely got it right. He lifted the chainsaw and took a finger off. Question from Mick asks about the Olympics. The man did not answer. He lost another finger. Now Mick is having a good time. He said he was going to get some wine to amuse himself. The man picks up the hammer and smashes it directly into Mick's face. He unbound his leg. We're gonna have to give Mick another shot. Then Mick suddenly stood up. The man sees that the situation is wrong. Get out of here! He ran all the way to a cellar. It's a bit of a creepy situation here. The man saw sunshine ahead. He thought the exit was just ahead. Mick then sends out two hyenas to capture the man. Suddenly, the man accidentally touched what mechanism.
他又侥幸逃过一劫。
He narrowly escaped death again. Then the man found a trap behind him. He's gonna fight Mick in the meeting. Wait until Mick gets close. I didn't know it was a body double. The man gets caught by Mick again. Maybe enough fun. Mick didn't kill him this time. They just stripped him naked and left him in the street. There was a note stuffed in his hand. It says loser. Then there's the sight of Mick leaving. This is a film based on true events. He was a serial killer in Australia in the 90s. It is estimated that he is responsible for no less than 28 deaths. With extreme cruelty, finally in 1996, Aidan Alad has been found guilty of killing 7 tourists. He was sentenced to life imprisonment. He ended up serving 23 years in prison. He died in prison at the age of 74.